Okay, everybody, in today's video we're going to be looking at, well, really I don't know. I'm just going to call it a mystery Mosin. This is Mosin that a buddy of mine got recently, and he just wanted me to make a video about it because it's interesting, and he wanted to see if anybody online could recognize what it was and if anybody knew anything about it. So what this is the barreled action of this rifle is off of a M9130, one made in 1937 at the Ishvak arsenal. And then the stock, I thought at first was off of an M39, but there's no stock splice in the front, and it's a little bit shorter, so it could potentially still be off an M39, but they just modified it somehow. I'm not sure, but you'd think that stock splice in the front would show, but it doesn't. It would also have been heavily sanded because it's a lot thinner than a standard M39 stock. And it's still chambered in 7.62 by 54R. They turned down the bolt handle, which doesn't appear to be an actual sniper bolt. It appears to be, just a turned down bolt. And it's inletted, kind of like a K98 stock for the bolt handle, but it functions the same as a standard Mosin 5-round magazine. And they added a cheek riser onto the back of the stock. And it's kind of the more interesting details about this. It has 64 on the cheek riser, and on the bottom it has a brass plate that kind of looks like a unit marking plate. It says M and 680. So I'm not sure where that came from or who made this. Were there 680 of these made? Were there 64 of these made? I'm not sure. But has a bottom mounted sling, and the sling's kind of a unique one. I'm sure this is some kind of surplus sling, but didn't really recognize it. And then the sights on the rifle are just a standard 9130 rear sight, but somebody polished it to where you could, all the numbers were more visible. And then up at the front, it's got some, slots in the wood that they've put in there, also in the handguard, and also don't know where this handguard came from. But then on the front end, they have like a VZ24 style bayonet lug band with a bayonet lug. And when my buddy got this rifle, he got it with a VZ24 bayonet. And it's got a front sight hood, kind of like a K98, but this sight hood is actually pretty loose on there, so it just will slide off without trying, so we're not going to shoot it with it on there. But yeah, that's pretty much everything with the rifle. It's just kind of a really interesting oddity. I don't know if it was made like this in somebody's shed, if Bubba made it, or if an importer did this, or what the story is with it. So if you know anything about these, if there are multiple of these made, or just this one, or if you were the one that built it, let us know in the comments, because it's kind of just an interesting rifle we'd like to know a little bit more about. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about it, so let's get into shooting it some. Alright, we're going to start out with 5 rounds down at 100 yards. And when we test fired this was shooting high, so we're going to aim below the plate. That's all of them. Alright, here's our group, and it's pretty high above the plate, and for reference, I was aiming about here, so this gun definitely shoots high, probably because, you know, the barrel was chopped down and wasn't done by, you know, an arsenal or anything. Alright, we're going to do another 5 rounds down at 100 yards, and this time we'll aim even lower. And the bolt on this is actually surprisingly smoother than, you know, the vast majority of refurbished 9130s, which is kind of interesting. That's all 5 of them. Alright, here's our next group. We got 3 on the plate and 2 just off the plate. And for this group, I was aiming like way down here, so this thing's definitely shooting pretty high. Alright, we're going to shoot another 3 rounds down at 100. This time with the bayonet fixed. That's 3 of them. We're out of ammo. Let's do a bayonet charge. Well, that was pretty gruesome. Alright, that's going to be it for the video. We had a lot of fun with this mystery Mosin. My best guess for this is it may be a Elbonian cavalry carbine, and you know, that would make sense that it's got a infantry style sling because they couldn't afford horses, so that's likely what it was used as. But if you know anything about this rifle, and if you know if there were more of them made or if it's just this one, let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you in the next one.